Hi guys, welcome back to the Teen Toast Pod. I'm Ellie.
And I'm Lucy. We're the sister duo you never knew you needed. Cheers to that, our first virtual
We're
podcast.
virtually cheersing, but we've still got our mugs.
They're happy to see each other.
Look how cute they are.
So, yeah, we
Um,
thought we would try something different, guys. Go virtual. We actually live so far away and we've been like doing the travel and we were like, you know what, let's just give virtual a go, see what it's like. We're hoping the camera quality will look a little bit better as well for those that actually watch us, and
definitely.
then we might do some hybrid like virtual and in person, so you'll have to let us know how you find this one. So yeah, I'm really excited. I got my nails done.
Oh, I
Look
am
at them.
loving these. Actually, I did see on your TikToks. This is not the first time I've seen them, and I think they look incredible, to be honest.
Spring, for those that are listening, they're yellow and white.
Yellow and
Like
white and
I've got
nude.
3D butterfly, 3D honey drips, 3D flowers, shells, like you name it. I went for that spring
Yeah,
vibes.
there's probably some of my favourite nails that you've had done.
I actually think Yannick's reaction made me think he fakes all the other reactions because he like really liked them, and I was like, "Oh right,
No,
okay."
stop, because
So
I was about to
I think
say
he likes them because they're a little bit more like pretty demure.
So I was about to say, I feel like I like them because they're a bit more like more neutral, like less like in your face. And then you said, I think Yannick actually only likes these.
How are you actually doing? Let's have a check-in session.
Do you know what? I think it's such a good thing to do. I'm genuinely really good at the minute. I feel really happy and grateful. And I think the sun is helping, which we do talk about a lot. But we've had consistent sun in the UK for like, what, 3 weeks?
I feel like we've had a solid 10 days of like amazing weather.
Yeah, it was good that it dipped a bit, and now it's been good for a while. So I think that's making me feel good, and then like you can get outside more, which also makes me feel good. So generally, I'm feeling really good. What about you?
Yeah. Yeah, same. I feel like since getting back from New York, I won't lie, of course you get a little bit of the holiday blues,
Mm,
but the weather has helped massively. I just feel like you say, it just makes me feel like a happier person. Like me and Yannick actually said to me today, like, oh, we've actually been with each other through all the seasons. I don't know why he thought that. So I was like, oh,
that's
which
really
season do you,
cute.
I know. I was like, which season do you prefer me? And it can't be winter. I must be miserable. And he was like laughing. And he was like, nah, to be fair, the longer days do just help you love life a little bit better. Like
Mm.
yesterday, we went to Heaton Park. We did like a barbecue, although we got into trouble for that. We did a barbecue,
I
like
don't think you're allowed to do
picnic.
barbecue in any like
Well, I said to
parks.
him, like, Yannick had organised it, so I didn't want to get involved. You know what it's like when they organise something and then you
Oh,
start
God forbid you
questioning.
upset their ego.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, oh, if you check the website, you're definitely allowed a disposable barbecue. Because in my head, I was thinking, I doubt you're allowed. And then he was like, anyway, I don't think he had checked it, but I was leaving him to it. And he put in so much effort, like gone and bought the stuff, bought like a
That's really
lemon.
sweet.
Yeah, but he packed our lemon cushions, bought lemon paper plates, lemon like tablecloth to put on. It was so cute.
That's really sweet.
No, it was really cute. So I didn't want to like shatter his dreams. And to be
Mm.
fair, I was buzzing to have a barbecue. So, because I didn't know this was happening at all until literally yesterday afternoon when I'd got
That's
home.
so freaking nice.
Yeah, really cute.
I can't remember the
And
last time Richard organised something for us to do.
well, this came off the back of me saying I can't remember the last time you
Oh,
organised
right,
something.
okay. I might try that
But
when we
it
get
was,
off.
yeah, it was cute. So just full transparency. I love him and he's really cute, but it needed some hint. It needed a hint. So we get there and I see two barbecues, like you can see the smoke. So I was like, oh,
Mm.
people are using them, and it's the picnic. It's I didn't even know, but it was the picnic area that we went to. So I was like, oh, it must just be allowed. And then I mean, we
That's
did
like
have
such a UK thing. Like if we see other people do it, it's like, oh, it's just like herd
yeah, so I was like,
mentality.
they did start smoking at quite whatever. Like, not ridiculous, but they were proper smoking. So anyway, apparently there's CCTV. This guy just turns up in a van, parks right next to us. Like, he's driven through all the people. We're basically like at the other side as well. So he's driven all the way from the road into
On
the
what?
onto the
Like a
grass.
golf caddy or like in a van?
No, in a van. And the minute he pulls up, I'm like, this is us because we've got a barbecue. And I just didn't know where to look. And then he was like, he literally got out of the cars and went, oh my God, guys, what are you doing? Like, are you joking? And I was like, oh,
Who
well, I did see
handled
other.
it? Are you the one
I
that
was like,
spoke?
well, I just said, oh, I did see other people with barbecues. And he just, I think he either said again, like, are you joking? Or made a comment. So I just thought, I'm just shutting up. And then Yannick was like dealing with it, but the guy was literally stood over the barbecues, like, can you get your food off it? Because I'm going to put them out. Like, it ruins the grass, blah, blah, blah. Like, he was like, it's all over the website. There's signs all over the park. Like, no park in Manchester. Can you do this? But we were like, there's not exactly signs everywhere, but whatever.
No,
So
imagine you
then,
were sat next to a sign
but
that said
Yannick, I didn't know where to look. Yannick was proper like making sure they were finished. And the guy was literally, and the guy was like, take them off. Anyway, it took months, but
That's so awkward.
I just feel like Yannick was being so slow with it. Anyway, he came at the perfect time because when I say everything was cooked to perfection, if we'd have left it on any longer, it'd have been burnt. So I was
How was
buzzing.
your South African sausage?
It was great. The burgers were better though. But yeah, so we had a and that again
That's
just
such a
being
lovely like thing to do though.
yeah, just being outdoors. And you've got something else to feel good about. Can we tell the podcast?
Yes. We have booked our wedding.
Woo!
Do you know what? Actually, I have my bingo, and I've not crossed it off yet. So
go on,
cross now.
Go on, cross off, book the wedding. I am
Book
so excited.
Wedding, big.
Are we
cross.
telling the podcast anything yet, or are we holding off for a little wedding
Let's
episode?
hold off.
We're holding off.
Yeah, let's hold off because invites aren't going out yet, and you got to leave the people waiting.
But it is booked. Can we tell them when it's booked for?
Next year.
I'm so excited to finally
At a time that you could be outside, because as we make it very clear, we like to be outside.
Yeah. Speaking of bingo card, I just thought we could do a little 2025 bingo card review. What have we crossed off? What have we not crossed off?
Yeah, let's do a proper check-in, because some of the things I forgot that were like things I wanted to do. So
yeah, no, same. I mean, I need to hold myself accountable because I'm looking at mine now. And I don't even think I've like started to.
I've crossed off 5.
Do any of them?
How many have you started? Crossed off.
Coachella was on here.
Oh, that's sad. You try like. People were really behind you with that TikTok series.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely continue it. I feel like I have ticked off a couple. So I put on here that I want to be paid for presenting jobs. Like I just want to get into presenting. And I did actually do a job with Boots on Valentine's Day. But in my head, when I wrote this down, I feel like I wanted it to be like a regular paid thing.
Yeah, you envisioned it differently.
But we're 5 months in, so this is actually going to give me a kick up the bum to like look at this and think, right, I'm not achieving these. How do I do it?
I think that's fine.
I put on there 5 massages and 5 facials throughout the year. I've managed 1 facial.
Oh, nice. When did you get a facial?
Just before New York.
Gorgeous. Some things really like making me laugh because I put on here that I wanted to do paddle, the sport.
Yeah.
Every month, like monthly, and I've only done it 1 month. So
well, don't
like,
get me started on that because I said
it's just
I wanted
not an option.
Yeah, I said I wanted to do a 5K run once a month. We're in May and I've not been to the gym yet.
That's actually really bad.
So bad.
You should have done, like you should have stuck to that.
I know, but in my defense, I think when I do finally kickstart my journey, it might be next month, it might be September, but whatever month we're in. So if I do start the gym in July, I'll just make sure I do like 7, so I'm caught up.
I don't think it works like that because you're meant to be consistent.
Yeah, but I haven't been, so I'm trying to see the positive.
Okay. I've got on here hair growth,
Actually, was going to compliment your
but
hair the last time I saw you.
I don't know if it has grown, to be
I definitely
honest.
think it's grown.
I feel like that's
100%.
one I could cross off at the end of the year, but if you think it is growing, that's good.
What two have you not crossed off that you're like, I'm going to now focus on getting these crossed off, like ASAP?
So I've really, really slacked with running and stuff since
The half marathon.
yeah, because my hip was hurting and we went on holiday. Um but I've sort of took the foot off the gas a little bit because I think I've not got like anything else that I'm working towards. But after my half marathon, I always said that I wanted to do a sub 30-minute 5K. So I think that is part of my next like fitness goal.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but do you have Sister Trip?
I do, and we need to
I
get
have Sister
one.
Trip too.
Like I thought this would be ticked off by now.
I'm not going to lie, I feel like last year we didn't travel together, but the year before we did a sister trip to Milan and we did a sister trip to Paris.
Yeah.
And then we've like not gone on a sister trip since. I think like between the three of us, our schedules just are busy and sometimes don't always align. But within the year, we should definitely even be able to get a 1 night trip away.
Yeah, definitely. Even if it's in the UK.
If you could go anywhere on a sister trip this year, where would you go? Like, where would you choose?
Now, like, it depends on what level, like for a night or like a proper trip.
We did Paris and Milan in a day.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like you and Sophie definitely wouldn't want to do another abroad day trip. I feel like the airport stressed you out.
It was stressful. I mean, I probably would do it again because
Paris
I'm
was
not.
the most stressful airport experience I've had. Like I was from security, I ran to the gate so that we could get, and like I left everything at security and just said to them, like, Sophie and Ellie, you get my stuff.
We were like, stall the plane.
I was like, I'll stall the plane for us. I felt like I was in a movie scene. We literally turned up at the airport really early, so got a McDonald's on the before security, and then we were like, oh, we should head to security now. The queue was just an absolute joke, like ridiculous. And we kept saying to these like French staff that worked there, like, our flight is in less than an hour. Like,
and we were tracking it on our phones, and it was like on time, and we were like,
yeah,
please let us through, and they were just ignoring us.
They were literally just like, you'll be fine, everyone's in the same boat, you'll be fine. When I say, I think, did we actually make some people let us in front in the end?
We started asking people, and then like at this point, I think we started to actually panic a little bit.
I think and Sophie were like, right, we need to start thinking we're going to have to book a hotel and stay in Paris. And I was like, no way is this happening. So I think
I think it was me. I just started going under the barriers, and I just was saying to people like, really sorry, but our flight is in like 10 minutes. Like, yeah. And we just went under the, like the pulley barrier things.
Yeah.
And we just we apologized to people, but we just
like, look, sorry, but our flight is now. Like, boarding is started.
And wasn't there two girls that like then followed us, I think, because they were in the same situation.
It was just an absolute nightmare at the airport. I've never seen anything like it. And the fact that no one gave a shit, like no one, cared.
Literally they didn't care.
So when I say I have never ran in my adult life like that, and I didn't even have any of my stuff. So then when I got to the gate, I thought
it was like a proper movie scene. Like
I was literally like, I can't even. Like when I got to the gate, I'm not even joking. Like literally, people were boarding. It was getting to the end of the line. Like.
Yeah, people were boarding.
Yeah, we got on the plane, but I was just like, they better make it. What do I do? I was like, I don't even have any stuff with me, so I can't even say like.
And then we got there, and I think we cried. I think we were like. Ugh.
I think we all were just a little bit overwhelmed. We were like,
that was a lot. But then when we went to Milan, we didn't make it any better for ourselves.
I feel like Milan was smooth.
No, it wasn't. We all ran because me and you went a separate way to Sophie. We were like, oh, she's missed. She went before us. And then we saw the signs for where our gate was. And she'd ran the long way round because she'd not seen the sign. So we ended up getting to the gate before her.
Oh,
Isn't that the time we got the McDonald's?
No, it was definitely Paris.
Then why were we running late in Milan?
I think it's just security or anyway. So
Anyway,
I
we
think
had two
definite.
bad situations.
So I think we needed a break afterwards.
It was
But
overwhelming.
anyway, I actually would love to do Amsterdam.
Yes, that would be a good. I've never been actually, and I think it looks
I've never been, but
gorgeous.
Sophie has, so I don't know whether we should do somewhere Sophie's not been, but
I think
I
that would be
do
a good
think that
trip.
would be a good sister trip.
I'm just thinking, like in like a dream scenario, I would go away for like 5 days, like on a proper holiday. As
Well, we've got your hen do. Why don't we do just a sister trip hen do?
yeah, that's fine by
And
me.
then like do like a hen do.
I want like a mixture of like actually going to like getting dressed up together. We never do that, do we?
We literally never get proper dressed up
But
together
then I
now.
also want to just completely chill out and just be uh the three of us be our complete authentic selves
In
and
our pajamas, yeah.
but then
Well,
like
me and Sophie joked about doing Dubai for your hen, but to be fair, that is pricey. But
I think that's a big
we could
well, I
maybe do
mean,
like
we'd have to price it up. I'm like,
yeah,
well,
we could maybe do like a few day trip in Paris, or
mm,
because that's quite
but
bouge, or
that's
like
not I like
south of France, south of France.
it's all expensive though, isn't it?
I know. Well,
But I would love
but it was on our bingo cards, and we do need to prioritize. Even if this year we think, right, none of us could, because I know, like, I'm potentially booking Afro Nation. Sophie's just booked
mm,
Canada.
oh
You're
yeah.
saving for the wedding. So even if this year we're like, why don't we just get like an overnight staycation?
I think this year we could do a staycation. Maybe all the three of us have to plan or book something whilst we're there. So like
Yeah,
one of us plans the dinner, one of us plans something to do in
that could be cute.
the
If you've got any ideas for our sister vacation,
I think that's it. I want ideas because this year ideally the sister trip is probably going to be in the UK. So I want UK destinations. Or if you've stayed in any cute like Airbnbs, let us know.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. So speaking at the beginning, obviously we're both sort of like feeling quite good at the moment. So I've had a look at some like general self-care type stuff that people do.
yeah,
And I want us to see whether we're like for them, against them, not against them, but like they're not for us kind of thing.
yeah.
Yay or nay? Um
A yay or nay situation.
yeah. So first one is now people do this in different ways, but unplug yourself for an hour. So like actually all like phone, TV, everything for an hour a day. Not not on it.
And as part of a self care thing.
Yeah.
As part of a self care thing, I think it's a nay for me because unplugging for me is just like laying on my bed and being able to scroll TikTok, watch a YouTube video, chuck Netflix on, and not feel guilty about it and enjoy the
Yeah, but
scrolling
the whole
time.
point is that that time away from the screen is actually better for you.
I know, but I don't think self care wise that's a yay for me. But in terms of just I do think every day you should have an hour not on your phone. I think that is a good thing. That's a yay. Like it would motivate me to like do an hour of cleaning or like uh do maybe like pluck my eyebrows.
But
So
that's
it
self
would
care. So that's creating time for you to do self care.
no, but I would I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying if I had to if because you're saying like yay or nay, I'm saying if I had to physically choose some self care time for me
Mm.
being on my phone guilt free watching Netflix, it would be self care time.
See, I would say for me that's like downtime, but not self care. Not like looking after myself.
I do hear you. I'm like a yay and an A then. What about
I'm a
you?
yay, but I've never ever stuck to it.
See, I feel like I do have, because I work on my phone, if I do feel like I need a break, I'm quite good at just being like, not on my phone.
That is good. I think to be fair, actually, because of the job that I do, I'm not on my phone at all in the day. So
Yeah, never
realistically,
on your phone.
actually, oh yeah, so I
And you
actually
don't
do it
reply to
without even
text
trying.
messages, so you're not on your phone.
Yeah, basically, I don't go on my phone, so I
Yeah,
do that one.
so
Write a journal.
this is something I like romanticize in my head, and I've always told myself I want to do it, but I just never do it. I'm more of a sit in with my internal thoughts than write it down.
I'm like, I
So
would like, you know, put the candle on,
yeah,
get the notebook out, and then I'm like, now what? What do
yeah,
I write?
yeah.
And I
Like, what
know
do I?
there's prompts and stuff which are good, but I feel like I ick myself out. I don't know if ick's
I
the
know, and then
word,
it's
but
it's
like,
like those journal books, and it's like today I am this, and it's like yeah, but I would just think it or say it. I don't need to write it down.
yeah, but I think writing stuff down is a good way of like processing and actually really having to think about it because you're like, who's, I guess, setting that time to actually do the writing makes you actually ask the questions. Whereas if you're busy in your general life, you wouldn't ask the questions. I'm for them,
The
but I've
only thing I
never.
do really wish I did a diary for. Remember when I was
Mm,
younger and I wrote in a diary every single day and I like did a
mm,
account of my day.
yeah, I did as
So
well.
I remember I did actually keep that up for over a year, like every single day. And
When?
I found it like years later when I was like a adult teenager. I
All
found
right,
it
okay.
and I started reading the entries, and it actually brought back memories in my head. Like reading,
Mm,
something I would never ever remember, but reading it took me literally back to like right to the day. So I do wish I did account my everyday because imagine when you're like 50 and I can write about my day.
if I
It'll
could
help
read
me remember.
now, if I read now what I wrote 10 years ago, I would die. I would literally
When
be
I did read
so
it though,
cringed.
no, but I was so cringe, and I used to, be like, I love all my family, and then write out every single family member anyway.
That's
So,
cute though. That's like what you're grateful for.
but then I just think the equivalent is just taking photos, and I take a lot of them, so they'll spark my memory.
That's true. That's true. I'm
But yeah,
for them, but I've never managed to make it work for me. But
yeah,
maybe we
same.
should try it. Going for a walk, I think
Oh,
yay.
I think this is such a yay. Like, I need to do it more. And last week, I actually told myself, right, just if you're not going to get up and go gym in the morning, just at least get up and go for a walk. And I
Mm,
did. And I was like, you know what? This is such a nice way to start my day.
it is
I just have a thing in my head of
genuinely
like,
so good.
no, I know.
But I have a dog, so I guess that like when you have a dog, it forces you to do
Yeah,
it.
Sophie, our other sister, she was saying like having a dog really does make you walk twice a day because you have to.
Mm, yeah. Okay. Um, reading self-help books.
I used to do this more when I feel like I had more
Mm.
time, maybe like through lockdown or I'm a podcast person. So I listen to like Diary of a CEO when I feel like I'll resonate. Khloe Kardashian's actually had quite a few on that like the brain doctor and things. And then you know the guy from Celebs Go Dating? What's
Yeah,
his
he's
name?
got a really good
Paul.
podcast.
Yeah, so I
The thing is,
listen.
podcast is, I feel like I've had therapy
I
listening
know.
to it. Never mind the guests.
I listened to Katie Price's the other day. She was the latest
Mm.
guest. And I literally felt the same. I was like, I feel like I've just had a therapy session. But yeah, he has such a way of talking. I was like, if I ever do start therapy, I
Mm.
want him to be my therapist.
Yeah, that would probably
uh,
cost an arm and a leg.
so I would say I don't read as much anymore, but I do feel like I listen to a lot of podcasts.
That's fair. I feel like I struggle with self-help books.
Yeah, because I used to listen to the Mindset Mentor a lot, and it's just like 6 ways to stop procrastinating. He does like 10-minute, 15-minute
Mm.
daily things, self help things. And I used to listen and think, I agree with everything you're saying, but I'm just not going to put it into practice.
Like, I hear you,
Like
but
I
I'm
just
not. I'm
know
not doing
me, and
it.
the thing is, I was like, everything you're saying makes sense, and I already know it. It's just that like actually putting it into my daily routine.
It is hard.
But
I
then,
think
like,
the
I think just reminding yourself and listening to it is helpful because it can help
it
you
is
just think,
helpful.
yeah,
It just like recenters you, I guess, to remind you of it.
yeah,
And I
recenters,
think the thing with books for me is that I read for enjoyment. You know, I don't love TV that much, do I? I don't watch that much TV or films.
yeah,
So I read as like my
fictional, yeah,
escapism, like easy read. So then I think if I pick up a heavier book, I'm a bit like this isn't
Yeah.
what I wanted
I
it to
feel like as
be.
well, like I'm not a reader, so that's why like I listen to self-help podcasts, and I feel like especially if
Mm.
it's a celebrity you like or you just really resonate with the person and they're telling their story, I just feel like to me that's actually a lot better self-help than reading a book because I don't really feel the emotion in them speaking.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, the thing about podcasts as well is that you can. I mean, some
Have it
people
on while
might
you're
say
doing
this.
something else.
Yeah, some people might say that's a bad thing because you're not like putting all into that. But actually, if you're going on that walk or you're going to the gym, I mean, it's
The
not.
car for me is the best place to listen to a podcast.
Oh yeah, because you're not doing anything
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
next one.
think self help stuff, but podcast rather than books for us. Yeah.
Same.
Um. Okay. Write a letter to your future self. Have you ever done anything
No.
like that?
No. No. I think if I opened a letter from 18-year-old me now, I'd just be disappointed because she would want me to be like Kim K and I'm not.
Yeah, but I think
I'd
then
read it
now,
and be
like
like,
you're
you fucking
older,
failure.
really, you've
I don't know
actually
because,
achieved, like, to say the life you've got. I think.
yeah, there's just things I always wanted to do when I was younger that I've not done. And I think younger me would be well, I am upset that I'm not
Well,
done
yeah,
them.
but that's like, would you now? Are you now upset that you've not done those things, or actually living life? Reality, are you like, well, yeah, that's what I thought, but now I've
Yeah,
lived.
no, don't get me wrong. There's things I've done that 18-year-old me would be like, wow. So, but I just don't think writing a letter to my future self would help my self. It's not really a self care thing. I don't think I would benefit from it.
Yeah, I feel like I could invest my time on other things.
Yeah,
um Meditation, now we know from trying and testing it, this is not for you.
it's not for
However,
me.
I think it is really good. Though you do really have to like set time aside to do it,
Yeah, because you've
which,
got to like really get into it.
yeah, and it's like, it's quite like a, like, for example, when you did it with me, like, you're probably not going to tune into it the first, not even the first what like time you do it, the first like 5 terms you do, like, you've got to not actually only set the time aside in your day as a big chunk, you actually need to like put, I reckon, a good couple of months before you're actually on board with it.
Mm.
Okay, quick fire, yay or nay. Watch random inspirational video on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I mean, I've never even thought to do that.
I think just even if a random inspirational thing comes up on TikTok, I feel like what app you use the most. If something inspirational comes up, I probably do watch it.
Yeah, moisturizing.
Oh
I'm
God,
for
yeah,
that.
live by
I'm
that.
so into my
I'm so
skincare
in
at the
my
minute.
skincare era at the moment.
It
And
makes
I
me
feel like
feel
my
good.
skin is so good for it. Like it's actually clear. I've got no makeup on right now.
Yeah, very clear.
Yeah.
Very lovely. Your eyebrows look good as
Honestly, I
well.
think it genuinely was the facial I got before New York because I was all broken
Mm,
out. So maybe facials are worth it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I agree. Decluttering your phone.
I wouldn't say that's self care for me now.
I'm like,
I ain't got the patience. If
I
someone
do.
did it
Do you know what? I
for
do that on
me,
a plane. That's a
yeah,
plane job. There's nothing else to do, and you're sat there.
yeah, same
Um,
here.
Speaking self-love affirmations out loud.
See, I started a new series on TikTok called Breakfast with Lucy,
Mm.
and I actually feel like holding myself accountable to say out loud on this series an affirmation every single day, whether it's making me feel better or not, I do feel like I've been starting my day in a more positive way.
That's good.
So I'm gonna say I'm here for that.
I'm here for it, but I think it would
I
like
definitely think I've got in the habit of speaking to myself about myself so negatively. And I think just
Mm,
trying to practice speaking to yourself a little bit more positively does just make you have a little bit more of a positive mindset without you realizing it.
yeah, that is very, very true.
Mm.
Doing tarot readings, not for
Nay,
me.
nay, not for me. I've had one before, and I was like, yeah, but I resonate.
Have
Yeah, but you
you?
But you in your head just think of situations that
Yeah.
resonate to that. Because I was like, well, if you'd have said something else, I probably could have latched onto that. So
Yeah,
it's not for me.
that's not for me either.
I've had a
I'm not
couple actually. One
I'm
in
not really into
Thailand.
any of that type of stuff.
Yeah, I paid this woman in Thailand because I thought I've got to do one in Thailand.
Mm.
She literally said everything was going to happen to me. And I was like, well, yeah, one of them's going to.
Like, well, yeah, one of them one day.
I was like, you've given me every possible life scenario. So, yeah, one of them is going to happen.
That's good. That's funny.
I know.
Dancing to your favorite upbeat song.
Yes, this is what I live for. Like, if I'm feeling down, I just put on a playlist and it instantly brightens my mood. That is my therapy.
I think that is like self-care at its finest.
It's really elite self care.
And like I like a sing as well.
Oh,
I'm
God,
like
yeah.
Alexa volume 10 so that I can't hear myself screaming.
Tell you what, I've been listening to the Beyonce Cowboy Carter set list, and
Mm.
she's I mean, if this set list is correct, which I think it is correct,
Yeah,
she's
they
doing like
usually get it.
Irreplaceable, If I Were a Boy, and
Oh,
like so I've been obviously like going through the set list listening, and I found myself
yeah.
really singing them from the bottom of my
Broken Hearted
heart.
Girl. I
Oh,
Broken Hearted Girl takes me back to a house party that I was at when I was in like
yeah, I love how a
when I
song
was
can
like
take you back
15.
to a moment.
When I was like 15 and me and the girls, we were like screaming it.
So good.
So it just like takes you back to that moment.
Speaking of that, then recommendations for the week. Your top three
Mm.
songs
Yeah, I
is
feel like
like
this
that
is
are like your
so
self care songs. You put them on to lift yourself up, get yourself in a better mood. It's like, come on, let's get up and go. Because maybe our listeners need some inspo for their like playlist that they just need to put it on and feel themselves, feel sexy.
yeah, I actually want other people's recommendations as well because these songs that
Yes,
get me
please
in
give us some.
the best mood. Like these types of songs. Like I was putting mine on earlier when I was putting the list together, and then you know when it just starts your Spotify then just plays similar songs, and
Yeah.
I was just like feeling
Oh,
really
living
happy.
life. Okay, what is your top three?
I've got three. So number one, "Scars to Your Beautiful" by Alessia
What?
Cara. Called "Scars to Your Beautiful."
I'm so disappointed. I've never heard of it.
You must have.
Give me a little rendition.
It goes, she has dreams to be an every so she savage,
Oh,
you know, couple girls see nothing she says. Beauty is pain and there's beauty in everything. Was a little bit of hunger. I can go a little while longer.
go
She
on.
fades away. She don't see her
She's
perfect. She
perfect.
don't
Yeah.
understand she's worth it. All that beauty goes deeper than the surface. Oh,
Go
oh,
on. Go on, Elle.
through all the causes. Heard it.
Okay, so that's
Let
one
me
of
be your
yours.
hero. That is literally also, I mean, it has literally always been my go-to. Like, if you ask Alexa how many times I've asked her to play that song, it's like
I love
wild.
that.
It's one of them that every year it's in my Spotify Wrapped. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know whether it was, I don't think it was Behind It All. I think it was on one of Molly's YouTube videos. She was screaming it in the car, and I was like, I knew I loved this girl.
I just knew I loved her.
I was like, yeah, we're on the same vibe.
Vibes.
And I was like, it actually made me happy that other people do what I do and like
Yeah.
scream and sing that song.
It's therapy.
Yeah. Do you want me to do all mine and then you do
Yeah, go
yours?
for it.
And then, okay, the second one is Fly Away by Tons and I. Is it? Is that easy? I don't know if that's
Oh,
how you pronounce it. Because I had a dream that
then one
someday
day
I would
we'll
just
just
fly,
fly,
fly
fly. I've not
away.
heard that song in years. You know what? I'm gonna ask my Alexa to play that when I get off off from
That
filming.
because it's just about like genuine happiness and being happy with what you've done and what you've got. And I'm just like, that's one of my go-to, and I don't even know how or why, but
I love that.
yeah. And then my third one is
Oh my god, I love seeing you so happy talking about this.
yeah, these songs are like they make me happy.
I know.
My the Fly Away one, like when you get obsessed with a song, that started when I lived in the flat with Richard in London, and I
Oh
would
wow.
always put it on when I went in the shower, which would be like, here we go again, kind of thing.
Here we go again.
And my last one is Come Alive, Greatest Showman.
Oh, what a song.
That just like when it
Come
comes on,
alive.
and it like the
Come
song
alive.
like
Actually,
builds up.
scrap that. After this, I'm putting the Greatest Showman playlist on. I've not listened to it in ages.
And it burns so bright.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean the whole
with your
album. To be
eyes
fair.
wide open. Woo! Oh, I love it. Okay,
I
that
need
is
to know
such a
things
good
are
one.
other people's songs, but yeah, they're my go-to. I mean,
Yeah,
I've
I
got
love
quite a
that.
few, but I think those three like really stood out to me.
Yeah. Oh, they're cracking, to be fair.
Thanks.
Love that. But off the basis of Greatest Showman, this isn't one of mine now, but definitely
Yeah.
growing up, I loved Loser Like Me from Glee.
Oh yeah, that was a huge one
That
for
was
you.
like an on repeat playlist for me because I was a bit of a loser. So it was just like I related. And it was like, look, I might be a loser, but you are going to be screaming my name one day.
Yeah,
You know what? That song used to fuel me. I need to just put that on
that
and get
really
back in
did.
those feelings of high school, and maybe it might fuel me to become the superstar I need to be.
That's it. Morning
Yeah,
walks and loser like me, and you'll
loser like
be
me.
smashing it.
And like again, not in my top three, but definitely off the back of Wicked, Defying Gravity was I listen. I think
Oh,
I would put that on like 10 times a day when Wicked came out to me, and it would just make me feel amazing.
I feel like the strength of their voices in it
It's their
makes me feel
voices.
amazing.
Oh, so
Yeah,
good. So good. Okay, so one similar one to yours when you said it's in your Spotify Wrapped every single year.
yeah.
Mona Lisa for me by Lil J and Chris Brown.
I don't know how that goes.
Da, 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 Mona Lisa. Da, 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 I
Oh,
put it on
okay, yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
time. Mona Lisa, I won't sweep you up
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah,
feet.
yeah, yeah.
What up, what up? She said, make some time for me. The
And you
beat,
could just really like
beat,
dance
yeah,
and
the
like,
beat instantly just makes me feel happy. I'm just like, oh, okay, I just want to start dancing. So that's like the song if I'm just like, oh, I just need to like get up off my seat.
yeah, get some energy into your body.
Exactly. And then I feel like so that one's more like less deep if I just want to like if I just need
Yeah.
to get up and then my other one if I'm just feeling a little bit low motivation or emotionally or whatever, I always put this year blessing money testimony
I knew you were going to say this one.
I just feel like when I listen to that song and channel my inner spirit, I just good things happen to me. And it's just like,
It's,
and then it's just feeling like I'm blessed. So
yeah,
let's
that,
remember I'm blessed.
I think like a song like that, it just makes you appreciate the moment, which is what I'm really into. I'm so into just appreciating what I have at the moment.
That's really nice. So yeah, I feel like if I just need to
And
feel
that song, I
grounded,
think, yeah.
yeah, or just like need something good to happen to me, or just like remember, like Nana's watching down. I don't know. Do you know what? It's just like I'm blessed. Blessings this year. Blessing. And I've not listened to that in a while. Oh
There you
god, I've
go.
got a whole Spotify playlist for after this podcast. And then my last
Yeah,
one.
Nick's gonna come back from football, and you're gonna be like deep
I'm
in
gonna
your.
have gone through all of the emotions. And then I'm trying not to think of what I'm listening to every day now, and think of like a classic one that I always like could go back to. I will say I never request to put this on, but when it comes on, it just takes me back to a time in my life when if this song just came on, I would feel myself and like it'll only ever come on if it's in the car because like my car's just on like shuffle play. I never like
Yeah.
ask Alexa to put it on. So I'm always like, especially if it's a sunny day, I'll put my shades on and I'm just like, and it's like, I'm covering my shades, eyes to, no, I'm putting on my shades to cover up
Cover
my
up
eyes.
my
I'm
eyes.
jumping
I'm
in.
head.
Now
I'm
tonight
heading
I'm
out tonight. I'm solo.
I'm riding solo. And even though I'm now in a really happy relationship, even when it comes on, I'm singing that song as though like, no, it's just me, myself, and I got this. Like I'm riding solo. I'm out tonight. I'm having a good time. Like all I need is me, and it just it empowers me. I'm just like I'm riding solo. I'm riding solo.
I felt that must have come out in summer because that screams summer to me.
Oh, it's such a summer song. Like when I'm in my car and I've actually got shades on, I'm like, yeah. I'm feeling good tonight. Finally doing me, and it feels so right. Oh, yeah. trying
Yeah.
to do the things I like. I'm like, I am not this bad bitch. I'm at home with my man, like, but I'm like,
Uh,
yeah.
I'm
I'm
on the
like,
way to do the B&M shop, but
yeah. Yeah, I'm literally off to go buy his dinner, and I'm like, I'm like, yeah, I'm Miss Independent, like,
yeah, it's so
uh,
good though. Like you've
but
got to,
it just takes me back to that
yeah.
era of music and how good summers were, and just like,
And I guess like
but
that
your
time in
biggest
life,
worry
like
was
what
like getting
matters.
ready for a night out,
Mm.
and you were just like, yeah, I'm putting on my outfit and I'm feeling good, and I just love the way it makes me feel.
Do you know what's funny is like, well, I always still think that I'm like really young. And I know obviously we're in our 20s, which is young, but like, I
18
bet
year olds would probably
like,
think that song was so cringe.
I bet like 15-year-olds don't, have never even heard of that song.
Yeah. I'm feeling good tonight. Finally, the lyrics of songs in the like 2016, 17 era, even like 2012, and it's like, call
Mm.
me maybe. Hey, I just met you. And this is
See,
crazy.
you would never listen to songs like that now if they came
Oh,
out.
I didn't even want to listen to that song when that song came out. I
No,
hated it.
but even like,
No, I love that like 2016, 17 era. 2012, I'm not sure.
yeah, 16, 17 was good era. Everyone
Yeah.
knows that 2016 was the year.
You know what? I'm feeling good, feeling positive. I hope this has been a nice little self care. Maybe it's going to make you check in, 5 month check in. Are you achieving your
Yeah.
goals? I definitely need to be a bit more accountable. Maybe from the yay or nay self care, you think, you know what, I might give that a go. I might try that. Obviously, if you've got any song recommendations, let us know, because as you can see, we love a little sing along. We love a little therapy session.
Yeah, do you know what I might and I actually want to do? I'll create a playlist on Spotify.
Yes,
Send us
let's
your
do
songs
a
that
like
have that
self care
energy.
playlist.
Mm.
Oh my god, that is so a bit of me. Well, thanks guys for listening. Let us know if you liked the virtual episode. And make sure you get us on our socials at Tea and Toast Pod on Instagram and TikTok. Hit subscribe, like, comment, share. We love you all. And I'm going to go and enjoy a nice little playlist now.
Yeah, me too. Me too. See you next week, guys.
Bye.